Hey, we're them sisters though. Today we are coming at ya with a story time that I wanted to share to hopefully prevent it from happening from other people as well, because luckily it was with people who weren't dumb like I was. This was probably 6 years ago. I had to go to a conference for work in Orlando, and we were staying at a hotel out there, and after a full day of going to classes and stuff all day, me and a really good friend of mine at the time who I brought with me to stay with me because I was alone, decided to go out. So after getting lost and driving around a bunch, we decided to just go to this bar called Howl at the Moon on iDrive, and it's a really cool piano bar. They play like all kinds of songs, even like rap songs and stuff on the piano, and sing them, and they take requests and all kinds of other shit. So we went in there, and first thing we did was go up to the bar and get a beer. Well, the girl who had opened my beer did it super quick and actually cracked the neck of the beer bottle, and it was broken. So it was like a shard of glass, and I didn't notice it, and went to this table close to the bar, and we were just sitting there, and it had taken us forever to get our beers in the first place because they're super busy there. I didn't notice it, went to a table by the bar, and when I went to take a sip of my beer, I realized it. So I had to go back and stand in line, and of course I had just gotten a beer, so the bartender didn't really think I was there to get another drink so soon, so basically I was ignored for a good little while. And there was this guy standing next to me at the bar, and I was kind of like, I'm never gonna get served, blah blah blah. And he was like, oh, what's up? I'm ordering my drinks now, I can get her to you. I'm like, I just need a new beer. The neck of my beer is cracked or whatever. So he did that, and him and his friend ended up talking to me and my friend. Super cool guys. They were also there for a different conference and had a company card. So he was like, oh, you guys hang out with us, and, we'll buy your drinks because I have a company card, no problem. So it was cool. We were drinking with them all night. Nothing weird about them. They were super nice guys, and, we were getting our drinks paid for. So a couple, big fish bowls into the night, we were all dancing to the music and no problems, and this really creepy looking guy comes up to our table and is like, hey, he has 3 beers in his hands, and he's like, hey, can I set my beers at your table really quick? I just have nowhere to set them, and I'm waiting for people. Made some stupid ass story. I don't even remember what he exactly said, but just basically, can I put my drinks down at your table? And we're like, sure, no problem. Well, he sets the beers down on our table and turns around from the beer, puts his back to the beers to acting like he's watching the show. And I didn't think anything of it, and I went over to the beers, and I was joking around with my friend, oh look, we get free beers, who cares about this guy, joking around we're gonna drink them. And the guy was watching us out of the corner of his eye, but I still didn't think anything of it. I was just we're funny, And the guy that we had been hanging out with all night was like, what are you doing? Don't do that. He's obviously trying to drug you guys. It's way obvious you're just a little buzzed and you're not realizing what this guy is doing. Step away from the beers, get away from that guy. And I was like, are you kidding me? Who would do that? That's stupid. And he's standing right there. So, why would you do that? So as soon as me and her, walk away from the beers and, start paying attention to something else, the guy, angrily picks up the beers and, storms off. Doesn't even say anything. Just storms away. And the guy was like, I told you. He literally set those beers there so he could date rape you guys. And because you thought it was funny, you could have been in serious trouble. So End of the story. We get back home. I take my test the next day and everything's fine. But had those nice guys not been there to watch me and my friends back, things probably would have been a lot different. And I honestly, it was funny to us at the time. Like, we thought it was hilarious. Like, this stupid guy said his beer is down at our table. We're just going to drink them. Haha. At the end of it all, we ended up okay. We ended up back at our hotel. No problem. But moral of the story, my PSA, like, side of this story is that, you know, be careful. Like, even though we thought it was funny, it would not have been funny if we would have ended up date raped or drugged. You know, even if we weren't raped, you know, just being drugged and God knows what. Alright, we love you guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe and watch out for more videos. And hit like if you liked our little PSA. We love you guys. We'll see you next time.